Here's some of the Russia news, and we're going to your phone calls. Russia uses 1999 NATO bombing in media war over Crimea. Reuters Russian television blasted viewers with 15-year-old footage of NATO bombing raids, burning buildings, and wounding people in Yugoslavia as they handed Kosovo over to al-Qaeda on Monday to step up a media campaign against the West over the Crimea crisis as they pump more troops into Crimea. And as NATO continues to saber-rattle for war. Continuing, Ukraine fears Russia ready to attack. Ukrainian Air Force commander abducted by pro-Russian forces. That's out of CBS News. Ukraine orders Crimea troop withdrawal as Russia seizes naval base. That was part of a deal to take over their bases. They act like it's a war going on. They did physically attack a base where the army did not pull out where they were supposed to. The Russians did, as you know, yesterday. NATO general warns of further Russian aggression. U.S. and Ukrainian officials warned Sunday that Russia may be poised to expand its territorial conquest into eastern Ukraine and beyond, with senior NATO officials saying Moscow might even order its troops to cross Ukraine to reach Moldova. The warnings came as Russia was finalizing its takeover of Ukrainian military bases in Crimea. The peninsula is occupied at the start of March and subsequently annexed, and they voted to do it. So, here's another one. Afghanistan supports Russia's Crimea takeover, welcomes Moscow back into country. As the U.S. military prepares to leave Afghanistan nearly 13 years of the conflict, they've just called them contractors now, folks. They're not leaving. With Taliban, 3 visiting U.S. congressmen had to endure a statement from Afghan president who they installed, Hamid Karzai, that was released while they were in Kabul. Citing the free will of the Crimean people, Karzai's office said with respect to the decision of the people of Crimea took through a recent referendum that considers Crimea as part of the Russian Federation. To date, only Syria and Venezuela have taken a similar position. Well, Karzai's been double-crossed. They clearly blew up his brother, the main heroin dealer, a few years ago. That made him mad, and he said that. So he came out and he said, look, the U.S. government really runs al-Qaeda. They staged the whole deal for opium supply. And there's a world government battle going on, and we want them out. And it's not that I just believe Mohammed Karzai. Remember he said that last year? That guy's type in Karzai says West behind bombings. And behind al-Qaeda. Well, of course they're behind al-Qaeda. They're behind them all over. They've always been behind al-Qaeda. That's how they keep all the Muslims in line. And us in line. Oh, we got to take your rights, al-Qaeda.